There goes a little story about a father and his son. One day a father went to pick his teenage son from school. As he stood outside the school gate, he noticed his son standing with some of his friends next to the school compound. He was about to shout to him to tell him he was there, but he realized that his son was continuously yet shyly gazing at one of the girls in the group. She didn't seem to pay much attention to him though. After a while he called out to him to get his attention. When his son reached near the car, he asked, "What's up, buddy? You look a little lost?" His son replied, "It is nothing, Dad. Come on, son, it is me. You can tell me anything?" "Okay, Dad. You see that girl over there? Her name is Noria and I really like her. I was thinking of asking her to the annual fest as my date. But, I'm scared she'll say no. I'm not sure if she likes me. I don't know what to do. I really want to ask her though." To which his father replied, "It is always better to shit your pants than to die of constipation. If you want to ask her to the dance, you go and do that." This little statement taught me more about decision making than anything else. I have never had difficulty in making decisions ever since I heard this story. Indecisiveness is becoming a major concern in our everyday life, leading to stress, anxiety, guilt, and regret. Note that decision-making is not only required at your work, but you make decisions on an ongoing basis throughout the day. Be it whether, should I wake up early today and go to the gym? Should I drink juice or coffee in the morning? Should I wear this, that? Should I remain silent or yell when someone cuts me in traffic? You are making decisions subconsciously all the time. In fact, even right now you chose to read this answer. So you made a quick decision. And, hence indecisiveness becomes a major concern that inhibits us from living a happy, liberated, and free-flowing life. And, here's the bigger problem. We sort of live our life in autopilot. We have outsourced most of our decision-making process to how others are generally doing it. Basically, when faced with a choice, we just do what most people do instead of using our own intellect. We believe in the wisdom of the masses. This is where the phrase, "following the herd," comes into play. And, in certain cases, where we don't have any publicly popular opinion, we become afraid of making decisions. We delay it to the extent possible. This is also the reason why we procrastinate. If you look deeper into the entire decision-making process, you'll notice the following doubts bombarding your mind. Past-driven, will I make the right decision? What experience do I have? Am I the most qualified person to make this decision? This represents insecurity in one's own abilities. Present-driven, do I have enough information to make this decision? Should I do more due diligence? This represents lack of confidence in one's own judgment. Future-driven, what if the result is not favorable? What will other people make of my judgment? Will I regret this decision? This represents fear of failure and strong susceptibility to guilt. But here's what I need you to understand. Any decision that you need to make, be it about career or personal life or even about choosing what type of coffee you need, involves only two outcomes, favorable or unfavorable. No matter what amount of due diligence you do, you can never be 100% sure about the result of your decision. Yes, doing a certain amount of due diligence would significantly reduce your risk, but persistent due diligence will actually inhibit you from making any decisions, as you'll start hearing contrasting feedback. And, this is where the problem lies. There are very rare cases where you will find unanimous feedback towards one set of decisions. At the end of the day, you need to understand that what worked for someone else might not work or apply to you. Everybody's case is different, everybody's circumstances are different. Heck, even their experiences are different. And, usually we must make quick decisions and we don't always get the time to do proper due diligence. To help you avoid getting into this decision-making paralysis, I need you to ask yourself these questions before you make any decision. Does this decision align with my long-term goals or dreams? Do I need this or do I want this? Will this decision help or deprive someone in need? Will this decision benefit or hurt someone? Will this decision bring me a new experience without causing anyone else any discomfort? Just these 5 questions. No more. Don't go around circles in asking yourself plethora of questions. Now if your answers to any of the questions above are as follows. Yes, this will get me closer to my goals, or this was always my dream, I need this as there are no alternatives, this will help in someone's, my development, this will benefit someone, me, this will open me up to new experiences without causing any trouble or concern to anybody else including my family, then just close your eyes and make the plunge. Everything else will sort itself out. However, if your answer to any of these questions is, well, this isn't exactly my goal but it will help in the short term, I only want this, I have existing alternatives but I just feel like doing it, this might deprive someone, me, of certain things, this might hurt someone, me, in the long run, this will take me back to square one or cause discomfort or trouble to someone else, step back immediately. Don't make the move. Decision making is this simple, quick, efficient. However, here's the tricky part. Even if you have taken into account these factors, it is not a 100% guarantee that the results will turn out favorable. You have just made a decision in good faith but you can never foresee the outcome. And, in the short term they may appear to be unfavorable. However, if you change your perception towards the outcome, you will not notice that it turned out favorable in the long run, considering that you took the above points into account. This is how you need to look at it. If the decision made was good, great. However, if the outcomes seem unfavorable, you need to straightaway accept your mistake and not blame others, whoever gave you feedback, including this article. Take this as an experience. If anything, you now know what to do the next time you have to make the same decision. Simple. You will have a little regret, but if you are quick to acknowledge your mistake, you'll notice that regret fades away quickly. The problem arises when we start blaming others for our mistake. We create distress in our and others' lives. And, this distress prevents us from taking decisions going forward as well. You need to understand that there is nothing wrong with making mistakes. We only learn by doing. And, in the process we all make mistakes. If we don't make mistakes or have bad experiences, we'll never grow into a matured person. However, if we keep blaming others for these mistakes, we never learn from these experiences and we inhibit our personal growth. Know that you are human, and you are supposed to make mistakes. Heck, how many did we fall before we finally learned how to ride our bicycle? If you are willing to accept your mistake, apologize to yourself or if it impacts others, and make necessary fixes if your decision caused discomfort or unfavorable results, then you'll never ever feel this paralysis in making decisions. Because the fear of making mistakes will then alleviate. And you'll gain through either outcomes.